Well, hello friends, welcome to Rewake videos. My name is William. So excited that you are with us today. So today I want to talk about how to calculate your potential dividend payment. Before you invest, you need to be able to make your research, right? As I always say, you need to be able to make a research on the particular stock that you want to buy. So you would, for instance, look into ABSA. Today we'll be looking into ABSA. So you look into ABSA, how much does it cost, and how much did they pay, how much was their dividend yield, how much did they pay, so that you can be able to make a decision that will be able to assist you. Some of you are retired, have retired, so you want to have money that is sustaining your lifestyle. Some of you want to retire early, some of you are still working and you want to just have passive income and so forth. So in order for you, remember, if you go on to our classes, I encourage you to go into our classes and join in as a member and just watch those 3-4 videos. I promise you would learn something that is valuable, that will help you to be a good investor. But otherwise, in order for you to become a good investor, you have to research. In order for you to become a good investor, you have to research. You look at the background of the company. You look at how much dividends they paid. You look at their documents, their financial documents, income statements. You look at all those things so that you can be able to make a decision. And one of the most important things that you need to look at and calculate are the dividend yield. So that you can be able to know how much you'd be getting paid, from that particular stock that you have invested in. And I always say that, people come to me and they ask, if I invest 100,000 Rand, am I going to get that 100,000 Rand? Guys, when you invest in a dividend paying stock, say you invest 100,000 Rand, it doesn't mean that you're going to get 100,000 Rand. You see, with dividends, a company pays a certain amount of money per share. They pay a certain amount of money per share. So you need to sit down and calculate so that you can be able to, have a rough estimate of how much you're going to be paying. So today we're looking into ABSA, right? One of the reasons why I love ABSA is because I believe that ABSA is not going anywhere, and I believe that ABSA is a good investment. But before I carry on, I want you to know, and I want you to remember, that I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I registered with FISCA. If you're looking for a financial advisor, you can go on Google and just search around, or go to companies like Ellen Gray, go to your companies like your banks, Capitec, FNB, and so forth. I'm sure they will be able to provide good services when it comes to financial advising. So as for me, I'm not registered with FISCA. I'm not a financial advisor. So as we carry on today, when you want to know the amount of money that you're going to make, say for instance you're investing in ABSA. I think ABSA pays twice, if I'm not mistaken. We'll check it out just now. They pay in April and they pay in September. So this year, I think in April they paid 60 something cents, and in September I think they paid 71 cents per share, dividend per share. So I'm not sure, but we'll just look at it just now. So how do you get this information? You just go on Google and just search, as I did here. You just search ABSA dividend payment history, for instance. Guys, the method that I'm going to show you, it's the method that works for me. There are different kinds of method. I went on YouTube and I checked. I went on Google and I checked. There are different kinds of methods, but this works for me, right? So if it doesn't work for you, I'm sorry, but this works for me. But I encourage you to try it out and see if it will work for you. So you just go on Google and search. For instance, today we're looking into ABSA. So ABSA dividend payment history. So when you search ABSA dividend payment history, the information will come out. So you'll just have to search and be patient, because you're looking for information that will be able to work for you. So one of the websites that I came across that I felt gave me maybe proper air quotes information is ycharts.com. So I clicked on it because it just told me that ABSA group dividend 0.7186 for September, so it's 71 cents, 72 cents. So I went on the website. The website is ycharts.com/companies/AGRPY/dividend. So here are dividend history. Here's the dividend history payment. Okay, so the payments, they vary, so they go up and down. So sometimes they would pay 90 cents, sometimes they would pay 1 rand, sometimes they would pay 40 cents, they would pay 60 cents, and so forth. So it depends, right? So as you can see, when you go on this chart, you will see the record date, you would see the payment date. Those are the two things that I want us to focus on, and also the amount, right? So this year, on the 21st, they recorded, they paid on the 4th of May, and they recorded it on 21st of April. So they paid 71 cents, right? So 71 cents. So if I'm right, so in September, they on the 15th and recorded it on, they recorded on the 15th and they paid on the 28th, right? So they paid 71 cents, right? So it should be 71 cents. So these, they vary. As you can see, it went up, 71, 86. This one is 71.4. So, let's go a bit low. This is 1 rand and 15 cents, right? So as you can see, on the same year, September, it went down to 90 cents. So it goes up and down. So you need to learn to calculate. And when you calculate, you actually should have this in mind, that it might not be what you think. For instance, in this particular year, 2012, in what's this, 12th of April, they paid 1 rand and 15 cents. But now the same year in September, they paid 90 cents. So it varies. So no matter the amount you get, when you calculate, you should know that it might be less or it might be more, right? So fine. So the details that we're going to be dealing with are I think the latest details, like today. So when we calculate, so where is it? Okay, great. So the shares are worth selling at 170, but we're going to take this one, buying at 170.96, right? So before we continue, I just want you to understand this method works for me. If it doesn't work for you, it's fine. You can make your research and try and get other methodologies or ways to be able to get the information that you need. But remember, no matter the amount you get, you need to be able to know that it might go up or it might go down, right? And we use the latest information that we have received to determine how much we're going to be getting paid the next dividend payout, right? So the information that you're going to need is the share price, you're gonna need the dividend per share, and I've showed you the dividend per share where you can find it. So you can go on ycharts.com, or rather you can just search that particular company's name and say payment dividend payment history, and you will get that information, that the previous or the recent dividend share. So you're going to need the dividend share, you're going to need the share price, you're going to need when the dividend pays out. So with ABSA is 6 months, I think, if I calculated right. Then after that, we're going to try and calculate, right? So remember, we are going to also try and determine how much, the number of shares that you want to buy, how much will that cost, and how much do you want to get paid, so we're going to look into that just quickly, so that you can be able to have the information that you need. So remember, guys, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button, and comment down below if you have questions or if you are confused. Rewatch the video and share the video as well. So fine, so we're looking into ABSA. So ABSA is a bank in South Africa. So they have a portfolio, what you call this, property portfolio. They have preferred shares, they have ETFs, so it's a good company to invest in. So their share price currently, and this is not the preferred shares, this is a ABSA share straight, so it's 170.96 cents share price, right? So the dividend per share, which is the recent one, it's 71 cents, right? Which is the September one. So how many times do they pay within the year? They pay twice, so it's 6 months. So it's April, May, June, July, August, September. So it's 6 months, right? So after that, we get into calculations. So these are the information that is very important. Which company, how much is the share price, and how much is the dividend per share, right? Then after that, we get into the dividend calculation, right? So you're going to take the share price, which is this one, and multiply it with the amount of shares you want to buy. So how many shares do you want to buy? Do you want to buy 100 shares? Do you want to buy 50 shares? You want to buy 20 shares? How many shares do you want to buy? Then after that, it's going to give you an investment amount. So fine, I'm sorry, I need to change this. I have to change this. So this is 170. Let me just copy and paste. Sorry about that. This is the information for the past, what you call this, Friday. So I didn't change the amount. So I was supposed to have made the video already. So I will change that, and I will change this. So let's do this. Let's go to this calculator. I always use the calculator, but I never find it when I need it. All right, so there you are. You're still alive. So fine. So what you're going to do is that you're going to take the share price, then multiply it with the amount of shares that you want. So how many shares do you want? So you take 170.96 and multiply it with, we want 100 shares for now. So it's 17,096. 70,096. Great. So as I said, you take the share price and you take the amount of shares you want to buy. How many? You want 1,000 shares, 500 shares, no matter how many shares you want to buy, and that will equal the amount that you need to invest, right? So that means that currently we need to invest 17,096 cents, right? Then after that, you sit down and say, okay, let's take the shares to buy, which is this number, how many shares? We want to buy 100 shares. And we're going to multiply it with the dividend payout, right? Which is this one, right? We're going to multiply it with the dividend payout, and it's going to give us 71 Rand. Oh, okay. So that means we're going to get paid 71 Rand, you know. So fine, you take the dividend paid every 6 months, right? Every 6 months, then you multiply it with when the dividends will be paid twice, and you get the yearly total, which is 142. So as you can see, in 12 months you'll be making 142, and this helps you to know how much you're going to be making, right? So say for instance, now we want, where's that calculator? Calculator, where are you? Okay, say for instance, now we want this is too little, right? So I got lucky at work, maybe, or maybe you won lotto, or you know, so you want 1,000 shares. Let's say 1,000 shares for, okay. So we're gonna say 170.96 multiplied by 1,000 shares equals to 170, right? So it's 170, so it changes to 100 and sorry, where are you? Sorry, 170,960, 170,960, right? So this is multiplied with 1,000. So we take 1,000, and we say multiplied by 0.71. Okay, so it's 1,000 multiplied by 0.71 equals to 710. So it's going to be 710. So you say, okay, I'm going to be getting 710 every 6 months multiplied by 2. Then you go back and calculate and say, okay, multiplied by 2 is, sorry, 1/4, it is right. 710 multiplied by 2, 1,420. So you know, so basically that's how you do it. So this will help you determine how much you need to invest to get the amount of money that you want, you know. So I always say that, you know, these companies, they would tell you, no, start by 250, you know, saving or for investment or for dividend. And sometimes you need to know and understand that it's too little. Sometimes you need you know, 1,000 Rand a month or 4,000 Rand a month or more, so that you can be able to have more dividends that are coming in. But either way, the hope that you have is that no matter how little it is, you know, you can still put it on dividend repayment, on drip, yeah, investment plan, dividend repayment investment plan. So what you do is that whatever amount of money you make from that particular share, you reinvest it in that particular stock, and as you do so, it gets to grow in value and you get to grow in dividend payout, right? So and in some days, in some months, you know, you'd find that companies pay more. Maybe they made more money, so they would pay more. Sometimes they made less money, so they pay less. So you need to be able to calculate and put it on DRIP, dividend reinvestment plan. I heard that term once. So you put it on dividend reinvestment plan so that it can grow in value and be able to grow in payout. So that will be able to help you guys. I hope this calculation will be able to help you in your future investment, especially when you invest in dividends. I hope that this will help you. I'm gonna share this video also on Facebook so that people can be able to see. I hope that you also share this video so that people can be able to know. But either way, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, and make sure that you join our member classes where we teach about what investing is. So yeah, thank you so much. Please enjoy your weekend.